All right. Good afternoon, everybody. Welcome back to another Dogfather Breaks. Everybody's doing well. Give us just a moment to get our computer up, make sure we have everything recording. All right. Just a little better angle there for YouTube. And let's double check Twitch. We usually just use Twitch primarily for backup. So if you're chatting on Twitch, we probably won't see you much, but we will bounce back and forth. All right, everybody. This is part of the eBay monthly sweeps. No purchase necessary to enter. 8 entries per household per calendar month. Rules, regulations, and the link in the top of the description of the auction. All teams are bought, sold, and paid for. We're going to do a little cracking and stacking, get these boxes out of the way while we're waiting for people to get into the room. Hope everybody is doing well. Enjoying some football. Thought my Bucks were going to have a little run at the Bills, but the Bills look like they are pulling away. Hope everybody's teams are doing well today. Saw Miami slime out a win against Washington overseas this morning. All right, everybody. Teams. Richard has the most teams with 6. There's a tie in this one and a 3-way tie in the second. We're going to take care of those a little bit differently. So that'll be the second. Third will go to the first hit of the break. Fourth will be randomized between all teams available. Teams. Matthew with the Cardinals and the Falcons. Jim with the Ravens and Bills. Richard Panthers. Stephen Bears. Matthew with the Bengals. Richard with the Browns. Mark with the Cowboys. Dale with the Broncos. Richard with the Lions. Brian with the Packers. Dave with the Texans. Kenneth with the Colts. Jim with the Jags. Aaron with the Chiefs. Nick with the Raiders. Brian with the Chargers. Matthew with the Rams. Joseph with the Dolphins. I hope I say this correctly. Arurk with the Vikings. Arurk with the Patriots. James with the Saints. Nick with the Giants. Brian with the Jets. Dominic with the Eagles and the Steelers. Brian with the 49ers. Sean with the Seahawks. Robert with the Buccaneers. Arurk with the Titans. Richard with the Commanders. Richard also has undrafted QB and all other undrafted in the Pro Set Medal. All right, everybody, let's get it. Good luck. I do not sleeve up a whole lot during the break, but I will go back through and we're going to sleeve all rookies. We're going to take care of all lasers and prisms. Anything that's prism is going to get laser prisms. They're going to get top loaded. You'll see me put those in a sleeve and set them to the side. That lets me know I need to top load them when I come back through. All right, let me get a little drink. All right, let's go, everybody. Good luck. Dawkins, Gore, James Harrison with the Silver Prism. Sandstrel, Grease, Jamal Charles, Hines Ward with the Glimmer and Gleam. Bullock. Let me stop and make sure I've got a good angle on my cameras. We're still recording. Yes, okay, we are good. Flutie, Singletary, Ricky Pearsall on the Circuit Breaker, Johnny Wilson, Aikman, Watt, Isaiah Davis, 128 out of 245 for the Jets. That'll be our first hit of the break. Gray, Marino, Breeze, Marino, Adonai Mitchell on the laser, Kelsey, Brady, Darius Robinson on the hyper, Chop Robinson, Adrian Peterson, Bruce, Blake Corum on the rookie, Troy Aikman laser, Ward, Levis, Rook Ohoroho on the prism, and a Tyler Newman. As I said, I'll go back through and pull and sleeve all rookies. All these that you see me sleeving, I'm going to set those to the side in a pile. They will all be top loaded before we start sorting. Nice hit, Jets. Let me write that down before I forget. Jets and Brian with the third hit of third bonus. Fourth bonus will be randomized between all teams that do not receive a hit during the break. All right, here we go, everybody. Jones, Drew, Davis, Daniels on the rookie conductors, Taylor, Lasers, Munoz, McMahon, Bo Nix on the silver. Nice hit. Broncos, Davis, Reed, Stroud, Steve Young on Glimmer and Gleam, Roman Wilson, Holt, Gronkowski, Randy Moss, 55 out of 175. Braswell, Strahan, McNabb, Falk, Pratt on the laser, Palomalu, Williams, Charles on the prism, Carty, Dickerson, Richardson, Lloyd, Circuit Breakers, Powers Johnson, Elway, Starbaugh, Terrell Davis on the hyper, and a Kingsley Suamata. Our next blaster. Wow, come on, Pat. Hard as that was there, I hope there's something good in that, Pat. Jeez. All right, here we go, everybody. We got Kukli, Peyton, Chad Johnson on the Prism, Neighbors, Carter, Johnson, Pearsall, Deshawn, Dent, Suggs, Richardson, Conductors, Wiley, Moore, Randall, numbered 1 out of 125. Little bookend there for the Raiders on Tim Brown. Joe Alt, Revis, Harrison, Michael Irvin, Theo Johnson on the lasers. Bolitnikoff, Young, Patrick Paul on the hyper, Mims, Theismann, Woodson, Brooks, Okoye on the laser, Dorsett, Gibbs, Colson on the prism, and a Cade Stover. Nice little bookend there for the Raiders. 1 off. First on print. Be an eBay 101. Me too, sir. Me too, sir. I thought we had that. Like, I don't know what happened. I started the first break and we were looking good. And then old Mayfield. I am not a Mayfield fan. I will keep saying it until he proves me wrong. Like, I don't know. I have a problem with the quarterback that says he doesn't like the big games and being under the lights. Like, what do you mean? You're in the wrong profession, my friend. I'm a Bucs fan myself, so I feel you there, Robert. Yes. It's like the defense did good the first half, and then they're like, hey, we did the first half. Let the offense take over. I can't stand them, man. I mean, I hate to be that way about my quarterback, but I guess it's even worse getting them behind Brady, But good gosh. Yeah, I'm way over Baker. All right, Lewis, Esiason, Corum, Wiggins, Thomas, Freeman, Manning, Jatavian Sanders, Grease, Charles, Archie Manning on the hyper, Cowing, Taylor, Favre, Williams, Peterson on the laser, Newsom, Young, Cooper DeJean on the prism, McCaffrey, Bradshaw, Largent, James Harrison, Glimmer and Gleam, Smith, Fouts, McMahon, Elway, Kareem Kitchens on the laser, Manning, Brown, Marcus Allen, and Terrion Arnold. No number in that one, much like the first break, 3 out of 4. We'll take it. Could have been a little bit better on our rookies. Feel like just the Daniels, and the Knicks. I guess we pulled all the Mays in the first break. Decent little pulls on the numbers. I won't be mad at those. Just want to set these aside. All right. It is on to the Pro Set Metal. Let's get it, everybody. Box will go to the person with the most teams. Just a little something we do just because it is such a hard box. I can put their cards in it. And it's just another little reward to thank them for getting so many teams. As always, all teams will have 2 top loads or 2 top loads on each side. Thought they were going to be nice and have them all sleeved for me, but they are not. Of course. All right, everybody. Turn this one over. Good luck, everybody. Ryan Wingo. Number 25 of 49. We will look up all players who I am not sure of, just to double check. Wide receiver Longhorns. So this will be offense undrafted. Kyle Monangai. 27 out of 49. Running back for the Bears. Jurion Dickey on the purple. 11 out of 15. I do not think this will go down inside. No. Jurion Dickey. Wide receiver Oregon. The undrafted Kellen Winslow. 38 out of 49. I believe he is the Chargers. We'll check just to make sure. Yes. Chargers. First auto of the break. Ethan Garbers. In Motion. Number 9 of 15. QB Huskies. This will be undrafted QB. Jalen Daniels. Numbered 1 of 5. Not Jaden, but Jalen. Always messes me up when I see the last name. Undrafted QB for Kentucky U. Nice hit for the undrafted QB spot. Next, 6 of 15 for Dalton Kincaid in Buffalo. We know where that one's going. No need to check that one out. Dalton Kincaid for Buffalo. Nice hit, Buffalo. 6 of 15. We have die cut. Omarion Hampton. I see the gold. Y'all, if I turn this over and it's your 101, we're going to see. Please let it be. Get in there. I believe this will be a gold 1 of 1. Get in, there we go. 1 of 1. Omarion Hampton. Let me check, I believe. Yes, the Chargers, like I thought. So congratulations, Chargers, a banger. The Omarion Hampton, 1 of 1. Chargers hitting 2 spots, and last but not least, Caleb Johnson. This should be Pittsburgh. This should be the surnames. 1 of 1 per box. The H. Nice hit, Pittsburgh. All right, we need to do a quick little recap. We have the undrafteds. Johnson, Winslow. Wow. 1 of 1 on Omarion Hampton. Congratulations. All right, we got Knicks on the Prism. Daniels, base conductors. Randy Moss, 55 of 175, 128, 225. Isaiah Davis, Tim Brown, 1 out of 125 on the bookend. Ethan Garbers, undrafted QB, 9 out of 15. In motion, Jerion Dickey, 11 out of 15. Ryan Wingo, 25 out of 49. Jalen Daniels, 1 out of 5. We had the Caleb Johnson surnames, 4 out of 25. Kyle Monagai going out to Chicago, 27 of 49. Kellen Winslow, 38 out of 49, going to the Chargers. Dalton Kincaid, 6 out of 15. Going to the Bills. And Omarion Hampton, 1 of 1. Going out to the Chargers. We're going to get this in a one-touch for you before we ship. All right, we've got one more team to randomize that did not receive a hit during the break. For that, we use worldwide.net random team wheel. We've already used it once, so I'm going to blow it up here so everybody can see. We're going to start again. It'll give us a fresh wheel. I'm going to spin as long as whatever team it lands on did not receive a hit during the break. We'll receive Patriots. I do not remember Patriot. No. Flip these over. No. All right. Nice, easy peasy, lemon squeezy. Patriots with the 4th bonus. All right. Let me write this down. All right, bonus time, everybody. We got envelopes numbered 1 through 10. Backup envelopes to put in their place. Which I have 2 left. So we'll get through those quickly. As I said, we had a lot of ties. We had 2 ties. We had a tie for second in this break, and I've got a 3-way tie in the next break. So we're going to bust open a Donruss Winter Blaster. We know it's going to have a holiday sweater, and it will also have a red and green optic preview. The 2 teams that tied in this break, 1, 2, will each receive a pack. We're just going to put these in your thing. We're not going to bust them during the break. So first, we have Richard with the Panthers. Got a 10-sided die, 1 being 1, 0 being 10. Good luck, Richard. It is a 3. A 3. If you're in the live break, Richard, please let me know. You have the most teams with 3. You have the chance to exchange that bonus. If you're unhappy with the first one you received, just need to be in the live break to do so. Richard, and this going to you with Carolina. That was 3. Third bonus goes to Brian and the Jets. It is a 5. A 5. And last but not least is a Rourke. I hope I'm saying that correctly. If not, I do apologize. Let's get it. Final one. It is a 1. Easy enough to find. It's right on the top for a Rourke, and it's going to you with New England. All right, we will set these aside. They're going to be ready to go for the next break. Let's get it. Richards in Carolina for the most teams. Kyle Pitts, 127 out of 299. Brian and the Jets for the first hit of the break. It is Cam Ward, notoriety and variation. Nice little hit there, sir. And a Rourke and the Patriots is a Cam Scatbo Silver Prism variation. Congratulations to all of you. Some very nice bonuses there on the end. All right, that will do it for the second break. These, of course, are going to Matthew and Brian. We will put those in with your teams. All right, everybody, we'll be back at 5 o'clock with our third and final break of the day. We hope to see you then. All teams are bought, sold, and paid for, but you are more than welcome to come watch if you are not involved. We're doing the absolute Kaboom calendar, autograph football, and 2 more of the Resurgence. All right, everybody, that does it for the break. We'll see you shortly. Thank you once again very much, everybody.